Let's rock, baby.
As Dante would say, Alessandro, let's rock. So just so you guys know, happy Wednesday to everyone. I have Alessandro here, first time in this stream room at least. He's been on some other streams, Game of the Year. But you just recently did impressions for the game we're about to play, which is Devil May Cry HD Collection. So I thought it'd be appropriate to bring you in here to not only play and showcase some hot gameplay, but to share your thoughts outside of the written world.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. I got to play through Devil May Cry 1 through 3. I played these games back when they came out, and I've been, just a long-time fan of the series, and it's been interesting going back to these games now. When we're sort of used to sort of HD aesthetics. So, this game is pretty. The HD collection is pretty much a upscaling of all three original games. So it looks pretty great for the most part, but in some areas it's a little iffy. But gameplay is still intact. That's what's important.
Why don't we hop in? We're gonna get through all three games.
Cool.
Is the goal here. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna start with Devil May Cry, of course, the original.
The original.
You're gonna start a new game, right? You said probably.
Yeah, let's do a new game.
Let's do a new game. Let's do that.
This is a Hideki Kamiya joint, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say anything mean to him on Twitter or else he'll block you.
I'm going to go do something now. No, I'm just kidding. So I'll also be monitoring chat if you guys didn't already know that. So we appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys have questions for myself or Alessandro, send them on over, and I'll get them to him. So hello to all the people. Hello, Albert Ramos, Robo T-Rex Productions. Hey, big fan. What's up, Snap JD? How are you doing?
Hello, Death Thunder Studios.
Yeah.
All right.
Love these games. How is DMC? Because I've never played it. Is it like Dark Souls or Bloodborne? It's. I'll let you answer that. Since
actually,
all of it.
not really. Dark Souls and Bloodborne are more thoughtful approaches to sort of action RPG games, while this game is a very stylized and sort of over the top focus on action. So there's a lot of room for experimentation, but also you have to be mindful of how you present yourself and how efficiently you attack. While that seems similar to how things work in Dark Souls and Bloodborne, you have to be a lot more conservative in those games. You can't sort of necessarily throw yourself into the action.
Yeah. This one is definitely. I wouldn't say it necessarily just rewards aggression, but it rewards kind of the combo system. It gets you to want to get higher combos. You start from I don't know, D for dull and C for cool. It's as you kind of rack up the combos or do more moves, attack moves. That's how you get higher points. And I don't know. Do you feel like you get more orbs that way?
Yeah, that's actually how it works. By building up that style meter, that's actually how you gain more red orbs, which is used to upgrade your characters.
Yeah, currency for the weapons and skills. And
using the same move over and over, or at worst using only firearms, actually gives you the worst rankings, which means you're not going to get as much orbs, which is vital for upgrading your move set and your weapons. So you need to be chill and really thoughtful in how you attack. You gotta feel it.
Atomisk52 says it's like playing Bayonetta.
Absolutely, it's
pretty
just
fair.
like Bayonetta, which was also a Hideki Kamiya joint.
Don't know why I didn't draw that analogy sooner. My bad. Might be. That's on Switch now, by the way. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. If you
turned out great.
Didn't know that. PSPD40, welcome back, says, GameSpot, have you played Devil May Cry 4 and also the new version for the Xbox 360 with the succubus?
I have. I actually played those. I played every Devil May Cry game when they came out. So
nice.
Let me say again that I really love this series.
Gotcha.
So, Devil May Cry 4 is a really great game. It's possibly sort of peak DMC action in terms of the sort of mainline series. I really like the special edition they released recently, about 2.5 years ago now, I think. So does he mean DMC from Ninja Theory as well? Or?
Not sure, but I'm sure he can elaborate if that's what he meant to say. I thought that the new DMC was pretty good. I didn't play too much of it personally. I mostly played 1, 2, and 3. And then I kind of stopped after that for whatever reason. I don't remember why, but
Yeah, I really enjoyed Ninja Theory's take on DMC. I know that was a really contentious thing with the core fan base, but it actually turned out to be a pretty great game, all things considered. And the definitive edition they released afterwards, around the time the special edition for DMC4 came out, was actually pretty great too. And it's like, I would even say it's one of my top favorite like DMC games ever. So
pretty fair. Pyman Hussein asked, "You guys think it's okay to encourage these hacked up remasters?" I think that depending on the remaster, and now this one's not technically a remaster, right? It's not, right? Because
it's more of an upscaling,
right?
Yeah. Capcom has been very clear in saying that this is not a remaster, like in the vein of Shadow of the Colossus, which basically redid textures, like basically the general aesthetics of the game to make it more presentable in sort of modern sense. But again, this game is just they wanted to bring this game up to HD standards, full like 1080p visuals. For as you can see, this is still in 4:3 because a lot of the style, the sort of the presentation that the DMC games used were very much designed around traditional TVs at the time, which were in 4:3 mode.
But to get to the question, I guess, is that for me personally, I feel like if they do a good job of bringing back a very classic nostalgia series that some people might not have played previously for a not absurd amount of money. So this one's $30, correct? Which I think is pretty fair, and you get 3 games. Again, maybe that's a little biased on my point because I did play Devil May Cry, 1, 2, and 3, and I did enjoy them. But I think it's up to you, I guess. It's as a consumer, if you think that it's worth your time and worth playing. So these remasters and kind of like in this case like a HD kind of like upscaling port, it's up to you if you think that it's worth it to you, I guess. But for me, I think it's cool to bring back games that again, as mentioned, either you and I played a long time ago and loved and get to play it on a newer generation of consoles, or for the people that didn't know about Dante and maybe played like Marvel vs. Capcom and that's their first experience with the character or something.
This is a really solid way to enter the series if you haven't tried them already. And for the most part, I feel like the HD handling has been pretty great. A lot of the games, unfortunately, particularly from the PS2 era, don't really age that well. But DMC has a particular style that just, to me, just feels timeless. Like, it always works. And this game, particularly the HD collection, proves that. Like, so while there are some little issues that I have with it, I still feel like it's a solid port. So, but again, if it's really up to you. It's really up to your own taste, like whether you feel like this is worthy of the series or not. But it's a solid way of bringing these particular games to the new era.
And if you guys want to read more about Alessandro's thoughts about the Devil May Cry HD collection, that article is also up on GameSpot. So definitely check that out. Not as Noctis Kamiya says, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Remastered and Devil May Cry HD collection because there's no new games that interest them.
Bayonetta's out, by the way.
Yeah, that too. If they have a Switch, which would be shocking, I guess, if they didn't, but you never know. Robo T-Rex Production says, Emo Dante is probably listening to My Chemical Romance right now. That's probably true. That's okay. I like My Chemical Romance. What's up, Infinity 1 Million? How are you? Paranormal Pete says, Bayonetta is what Devil May Cry should have been. Better combat and controls.
It's a fair point.
Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on chat because I kind of stopped to answer that one question, which was a pretty fair one. Especially like after playing, I was telling you before we started streaming that we just went through Burnout Paradise and you do get all the DLC, but that's $40. And when you told me this was $30, I was like, oh, interesting. The only remaster missing this generation is Onimusha. I would like that.
I agree.
I would like that, Noctis Kami. That would be pretty cool. I also played those games until, was it 3 that had Jean Reno? I couldn't do it. I don't know what it did, put me off, but something about it.
It had a really weird time travel plot. Like, I think it sort of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I that was the one Onimusha I didn't beat because I just couldn't get through it. I didn't want to. It was weird. It was a weird feeling for sure. Ooh, absolute.
Oh, yep.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, got some more down here.
And the awesome thing is, if you guys didn't know and you play Monster Hunter World, Dante is making his way to Monster Hunter World, which I thought was pretty cool. And if you haven't seen the trailer, it's pretty sweet because, you know, they do, whoever cut the trailer, kudos to them. They do D for drinking and C for capture. It was good. It was good. But again, that's probably biased to DMC from personally. So, Low High Kang says, nah, DMC3 is still the best. I don't know. I don't know if I could rank them. I guess how would you rank them if you were to rank all the DMCs in existence? I guess what would your
including
your
Ninja Theory's
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 3, DMC Definitive Edition, Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
Wow, we're getting real specific.
Yeah,
I like it.
no, yeah. Devil May Cry 4, then
Everything else
way further down, like DMC 2, like really far down.
Okay, all right. We'll get to that soon, though.
Yeah.
Horse Mango Phillips III says, "Oh wow, I loved Onimusha 3. I don't know, man. It just didn't work for me."
Oh, I still enjoyed the game a lot. I mean, it's a really solid action game, and I did like playing as John Renault. It's just like the story itself just kind of weirded me out. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Amazing intro cinematic, though.
Dustin Bruce says, "I hope they make a crossover where Dante and Bayonetta team up."
That's like the dream. Every DMC fan wants that.
But there's not Bayonetta fans that want it the other way.
I mean, sure, yeah, but for the most part, I feel like everyone who's played Bayonetta also played Devil May Cry.
Whoa, Goob. I know he's Leon the Professional, and in that case, he's a genuine badass for me. But in that game, it didn't do it for me. So those are two separate things, man. Two separate things. PSPD40 is asking, GameSpot, do you think they should remake Devil May Cry 4 with new missions and outfits and combat style? To them, they think it would personally be epic.
I feel like they should just focus on maybe in their next DMC game, whether that's happening or not. Like,
whoa, wasn't that like a? I mean, we'll talk about rumor if we want to here. Like there was a heavy rumor, if you believe Reddit and whatever, that DMC was going to get shown off last year at E3, and then all of a sudden towards like last minute decision, they decided to hold it back and not do it, which then made a lot of people think, okay, there's no way they're not going to do it this year.
Yeah.
Right.
It totally I mean, considering we just got the release of this and also the Monster Hunter tie-in. Yeah. The timing seems right. So, I personally think that we could possibly be seeing something this year.
Hopefully.
That's my hope.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be Ninja Theory? Probably not.
I
right?
think it's going to be
else?
Capcom again.
Capcom?
Because of the director of Devil May Cry 3 and Devil May Cry 4, and also Dragon's Dogma, has been teasing something for quite a long time. Has been saying the development has been going smoothly, and they'll hopefully release information about it soon, which seems perfect for E3.
Yeah. Let's see. I got some more stuff coming in. Kiyu Bivo, sorry if I butchered your name. I wish Nintendo Capcom will bring this DMC series in the Nintendo Switch. Jeez, hard to talk today. Yeah. I think it play. I mean, if Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 work pretty well on Switch, I wouldn't imagine why this game wouldn't too. So who knows? Maybe. Yeah.
I think it's perfect for the Switch. This is also the first time in this particular release of the port that it's going to be on the PC, particularly Devil May Cry 1 and 2.
Nice.
DMC3 had a PC port, but a long time ago, and it was not great. Like, it was like really bad. So, criticisms about this aside, this is easily the best version of DMC3 you can play.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Revan44 says, for the next DMC, would you think it's asking, would you rather play as the old or new Dante? It would be cool if they mixed it like Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Older new Dante as in Ninja Theory's Dante, so. Or
I guess it's like each iteration.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that idea. Like, just sort of like
you're one and then the other.
Yeah, you just sort of mix between or crossover. So I think that'd be cool.
OB Killer 1 asking, what happened to the lobby? The lobby as a show doesn't exist anymore. However, we still have those kind of chats in the office, and we film those, and they come out once a week. Alessandro's been on one for Far Cry 5, as well as we've done other ones, in terms of PUBG Fortnite. Is PUBG starting to, be a little worried that Fortnite's kind of, taken over in a sense, and those things still happen. So you should check out, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get that one of those type of chats once a week, potentially more down the future, but for now, definitely once a week. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Someone said, I would rather see a Kratos and Dante crossover. I guess that would kind of work. They're both on.
That's the beauty of this game, is that it can work with pretty much any crossover idea that you have. Like,
within reason. But yeah. Like, I mean,
I wouldn't mind seeing Dante in Smash Brothers if that's a thing they want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. He has been in fighting games before. So same with Trish. Yep. And Wesker. Oh, why am I saying Wesker? Because Wesker was part of my Marvel team. That was.
Well, Virgil was also.
Virgil, yeah. God, I hate Virgil in MVC3. He's too good. He's a literal god when he X Factors. Anyways, off topic. Well, not really totally off topic, but Noctis Kami says, I heard the new DMC5 is actually right before DMC2. I mean, speculation, obviously, but who knows?
That could be a thing. Though I feel like Capcom has since sort of removed DMC2 from canon. Like, it didn't happen. Yeah. Just didn't happen. I think Beautiful Joe actually made some jokes about it, too. If I recall correctly. Referring to DMC2 Dante as like some other character in that, because Dante himself, this incarnation of Dante made an appearance in Beautiful Joe as a playable character. And there was a scene where one of the characters describes how he looks different in DMC2, and Dante from Devil May Cry 1 is like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's good when they play around and know, how the fan reactions are, and that the fans that really know can kind of get that feel. Let's see. Would you guys want multiple characters? This is coming from Robert Medina. Would you guys want multiple characters to play as for DMC5, or just stick with Dante?
I really like multiple characters. I feel like that's sort of become a thing that's standard now.
Like part of story, it's like you kind of like get to a story point, then you're like, oh, I got to do Virgil's arc or something.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened more in Devil May Cry 4, which was the first time where they sort of integrated the sort of multiple characters within the core story. Because in Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, playing as Virgil was something that you unlocked after finishing Dante's story.
Yeah, I remember that part. That was cool.
So if they expand on that in a proposed DMC5, then that'd be pretty cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're seeing this
getting a new weapon,
grotesque cutscene, but also just sort of sets the tone for what this game just goes about doing.
What's up, Hellstorm Reaper? Hello, welcome. Arthur Watch, I like this game. How much is it? So this is one of 3 games that you get in the Devil May Cry HD collection, and it's $30.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see Nero again? Asks Darklord.
Yeah, I think Nero's a really solid character. Initially, I was a little hesitant about him when DMC4 was just sort of information started coming out about it, but playing him was just a lot of fun. I would love to see him sort of expanded upon in the next game if that's a thing. So maybe do more abilities with his Devil Bringer, or maybe give him something new, or new weapons too, because he only had the one, which got old after a while. But yeah, he had a really solid moveset. I'd like to see more of him in the future.
Dustin Bruce says, if they took the original Devil May Cry and remade it from the ground up with the gameplay from DMC and rewrote the script and recorded new voice actors, I would fly a pig to Blue Point to thank them. I mainly read that because of the Blue Point, which, they just finished Shadow of the Colossus, and it's already known that they're working on something else, of which some people said maybe Demon Souls.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
Because a lot of people
or
are
Metal Gear, right? Some other people are like, what about a Metal Gear? Because I think they've done some in the past, but
a lot of people are still hurting over Demon Souls' servers being.
Yeah, but at least they live on in private servers, apparently.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Yeah, though. I know. It's not, well, that's not necessarily true, because if you look at what happened to WoW, there are so many WoW Classic servers like private servers for the longest time. That now look at Blizzard's trying, and I don't know how many years out this is going to be, but they're trying to, bring that to life. Bring back some way for people to just play vanilla WoW. They don't even know how long that's going to take, but they just knew there was interest. So you never know. Let's see. And I'm also interested on playing Dark Souls on Switch, which hopefully the network test should be soon-ish because the game releases in May. The redoing, the remaster. What if... No, there's no way Platinum's working on the next DMC, right?
No,
I don't think so. That would be cool though, but like I don't think so. Also, like it's always weird to talk about Platinum because like I feel like Platinum's spectrum for games can be pretty wide. Like it can be like really good or also like really not that good.
Yeah.
Like they got their A. They must have like an A team and like a B and like maybe a C team or something.
Yeah. When you're looking at sort of their track record, it's pretty clear what's like sort of the A team versus the B team, like I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I was just about to say.
A lot of people dislike Korra. I mean, I thought it was all right. It wasn't.
There wasn't as much anger or like, I just remember the Ninja Turtles and thinking like, oh cool, Platinum's doing it, and then it was just like, this is not very good. And I am, it's just kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean that's like the game that should have been good.
Yeah,
especially coming from Platinum. Yeah,
and like it's got a good franchise that a lot of fans are behind, and like. Yeah, their fighting style makes sense for like a Platinum game, it's like I thought it was gonna be a good match, and it's fine.
But it wasn't.
And Platinum did Transformers too, right? That's why
that was great. That was actually,
I liked that one.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's why I had pretty high hopes for Ninja Turtles because I was like, oh, this feels pretty good. Like surprisingly, I didn't think it was gonna be like.
It's got like a loot system. It's got like multiple characters. They all play differently. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get a sequel out of that, but.
Indian gamers, do you guys think that DMC5 will be announced at E3? I want to say I think so. I mean, but that's purely on the speculation if you kind of believe the rumor, which they were going to show it last year. And if they were going to show it, then, it makes sense that it would be there this year. And also, as I think Alessandro had mentioned, like having this HD collection as well as having the Monster Hunter tie-in kind of even more maybe furthers the hypothesis or theory that could happen. But who knows?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, but because I'm a big fan. But but again, like Capcom, I'm sure we'll reveal something in time.
Yeah.
Whether that's DMC5 or something else entirely.
And like it wouldn't come out till next year, anyways. Because I was thinking like, but God of War is coming out soon, and in theory the gameplay's like style is similar, right? Like a beat 'em up action RPG-ish. But yeah, I wouldn't imagine even if we saw it this year that it wouldn't come out till like next year anyways. So, but who knows? That's all speculation. I have no idea. I really want to see Virgil and Lady again in Devil May Cry 5. Or is it? Yeah, I'm guessing you meant Virgil because there's definitely no virgin in Devil May Cry.
Yeah, they in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Lady and Trish and Virgil were added to the game, and basically allowed for 5 playable characters in one game, which is the most in any DMC game ever. And they all play differently, and it was a lot of fun playing as them.
Yeah. MK Productions. Imagine DMC, an open world game where you can ride a bike and do side quests working as a monster hunter.
Sign me up. Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm down.
And it should also be stated that Hideaki Itsuno, who worked on DMC 3, 4, and Dragon's Dogma, so he's got plenty of experience in sort of open, like sort of open-ended style games. So, so if they want to mix, DMC with a sort of open world aspect, then he's like the right guy to do it.
Yeah, definitely. What's up, Marie the B? Says hello, GameSpot. What's good? What's good is that it's a Wednesday and we're playing Devil May Cry. That's what's good for me. I'm not actually playing, but I get to watch. Yeah. Curse Nuis, if I said that right. Sorry. Go GS. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I go? No. Gotta go the long way.
Chad Tyler, only DMC 1, 2, and 3 are in this HD collection. Any idea what's next for the DMC series? I wouldn't know. Maybe Alessandro would have a better theory craft, but I mean,
basically what everyone's just been hearing about, like, that's, I don't know. I mean, it's really up to Capcom whether they want to continue DMC or not, but I think it would be great, to have another Devil May Cry game, like a full-blown Devil May Cry game. Whether that's 5 or maybe Ninja Theory having another crack at it, but I'm always down for more DMC.
Yeah. I really should go back and play the Ninja Theory one, because that one looked pretty cool, and it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
I really don't know why I haven't.
They received a lot of criticism for how sort of the base game turned out, but a definitive edition, pretty much rectified much of the sort of gameplay criticisms. Understandably, if you had issues with like sort of the general style and tone of the story, then the definitive edition wasn't going to do much to fix that. But I feel that the game they made for the updated version is fantastic, and it's still one of the best things to come out of the franchise ever.
Nice.
Let's switch over to the shotgun.
Kamara Tetsu. Oh, nice. DMC. This takes me back. Yes, it definitely does. Which part is on now? We're playing the original Devil May Cry, the first Devil May Cry, and we'll be going through 2 and 3 here in just a second. Probably in another few minutes here, we'll probably switch. I forget, is the Wolf boss right after this?
Actually, Phantom is coming up, which is the lava spider boss.
Oh, okay. Are we close to that? I feel like we are, right?
Yeah, we're coming up.
All right. We'll probably switch after the spider.
Okay.
To your favorite. Devil May Cry 2. Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's
apparently.
favorite.
Real Mikey Mike, we're definitely not going to beat it today. We're just going to give you a little taste of each game.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Van Skyok, I'm glad you're playing this. Thank you for being cool people. Thank you for being a cool chatter.
And thanks for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate everyone that's hanging out with us today and watching. If you guys didn't know already, we go live every day at 11 a.m. Playing various things. Right now, we still have a weekly one where Jean-Luc and Ben will play Monster Hunter World, where you, the community, can join in on some hunts. And I think this week, which is luckily for Jean-Luc, Jean-Luc's going to be out this week, so I'm actually subbing in. And I was making fun previously because they were making an announcement about a new monster coming to the world, and I was like, I bet you it's gonna happen Friday when you're gone. And he's like, please no, please next week when I'm back. And it turns out it is actually next week. So no Devil Joe hunting for me, but maybe if I'm lucky, Dante will come out this Friday. I don't know if they've actually said when he's coming to Monster Hunter World, but I'm looking forward to that. And Mega Man, you're gonna be able to make your cat Mega Man at some point.
I feel like
April.
I feel like it was a mistake showing that trailer and having people wait an extended period.
It
got so many people excited.
Yeah, the thing that tricked me, and I read it wrong, and everyone in our news Slack channel had to correct me. I was like, dude, it's out today, and they're like, no, that's like them telling you Monster Hunter's available now. I'm like, wait, so you're saying Dante's not available now? And they're like, no. I'm like,
if you made that mistake, then I'm sure so many other people made that mistake. They rushed over to PSN to see if there was an update but
yeah, pretty much. The first thing I got into the office because I saw the trailer was like, oh, sick! I'm gonna go get the Dante skin right now. It says it's available now, and I logged in. I'm like, there's no new event quest. There's no new arena thing. Like, where is it? And everyone's like, nah, dude, it's just a game being out. I'm like, mother. Let's see. Lava Spider, then the Shadow being the wolf, and then Nero Angelo. Yeah. Thank you, Hellstorm Reaper. That I just forgot. I kind of knew where we were headed. I just kind of forgot because we recently did this. Me and Jean-Luc did the PS3 version when the anniversary, because it was the anniversary this year, right? I want to say. I feel like that was my excuse for playing it that day or having Jean-Luc play it. Was like that there was an anniversary. I'll have to double check that just so I don't make a lie. Don't be a liar.
No one likes a liar, Tay.
No, I know. Most people don't. Kirby's Game says this game still looks horrible. You crazy, man. Crazy.
It's just an up-res. Don't expect too much.
Yeah, but even then,
There's still,
like,
I mean, this
it's
game's got
still-
style. I mean,
yeah.
like, that's something that, a lot of games, can't say after 15 or 16 years. This game? I think this game's 16 years old now.
I'd have to double check this, but Daniel Duke says PSN has DMC 1, 2, 3, 4 special edition for $45 on PS4. If that's true, cool. Tay got baited part 3. Sure, I got baited. Jabaited. It happened.
Boss fight.
Oh no, it's the spider. I remember when I was a lot younger and I was not as apt at video games. This guy gave me some problems.
This guy gave everyone trouble.
This guy, I was like,
this was like this fight was like basically the bar, like that bar when you go to like the amusement park, right? Like, if you can't reach this, then don't bother. Like,
it's weird though because he doesn't follow necessarily the format, like in terms of like your combat, like everything you've done up to this point doesn't necessarily train you for this guy because it's like, oh, I can hack and slash this guy, and it's like dink, dink. It's like, wait a second. I don't know, Kirby's game. I feel like getting DMC 1, 2, and 3, even if it's just an up-res and not a remaster, for $30 is not bad in the landscape of video games today. But maybe that's just me, and maybe that's the value that I find fair. But hey, like I said, it should be what's worth it to you. Yeah, I got a professional here. A professional demons killer named Alessandro. I know, I probably did. Commentator's curse. Happens all the time.
Nope.
Wait till we get you for like one of those streams where it's way more stressful, like a Neo or like a Dark Souls.
Don't put
or
me on
something.
stream for Neo. Like, do not do that.
Let's see. I can't read that Shien, unfortunately. So I apologize. I need a translation for that guy. For that one. What's up, Anvil One Gaming? How are you? Coos Baby at GameSpot. Hack and slash games making a return. In some form. We're getting them in the forms of, like, in this case, a upscaling.
It's bugging out.
For Bayonetta. It was it's on Switch. So in some ways you could say yes, we're getting hack and slash back. Ooh, I like it.
Beat him.
Give him the stinger to the face. Rabbit94J, do you think Devil May Cry 5 this E3? That's what we were hoping and speculating, but you never know. That we're just going off the rumorville. But maybe.
We know
hopefully.
nothing.
We know nothing concrete, unfortunately. You think this is... How close are you to the Shadow? Not that close. This is probably a good time to switch to your favorite version?
My favorite
of
version.
the
DMC. DMC 2.
Where it was like this far over. You can
like,
see it. There's like a gauge of like Alessandro's Devil May Cry.
It's like going way off.
Like, it's just
like,
like it's off screen. It's off camera.
We can
it's
see
not
it,
even,
but you can't. So
yeah, it's gone. What's up, Epic's Games? Hello. Oh, you got a B.
Right.
Oh no, I would have got a C probably. So that's pretty good.
C is still passing. Remember.
That's true. That is true. For whatever reason, like C just has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Which is why, and like the funny thing is like, I don't want to get into reviews territory. I hate it, but like that's why all these people are like a 7. That's like a C, and it's like no, 7 is like is on our scale is good, right? Is it good?
It's
Is
good.
7?
Yeah.
I forget. Like there's always
6
terminology.
is fair.
Yeah, so
6
is good, right?
Yeah.
8 must be great.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're
switch
gonna go
over.
switching over to Devil May Cry 2.
I do like that they added this handy back button.
Yeah,
'cause
back.
In the original release of the HD Collection in 2012 for PS3 and 360, you basically had to quit the game entirely to switch over. So,
George
Pain.
Barber Channel asking a good question. Is this trilogy worth getting, Alessandro? What after playing all 3 and sharing your impressions, what is your take on it?
I do. Especially if you're a big fan of the series, and this is a really solid way to play through each game on the PS4, Xbox One, and also the PC. Because again, this is the first time Devil May Cry 1 and 2 are going to be on PC, and you can play DMC 2 the best way you can on PC, and whether that's the thing you want to do, then absolutely do it.
All right, here we go.
DMC 2.
DMC 2.
Dante or Lucia? Let's do Dante.
We'll just keep it. We'll keep it a Dante stream.
All right.
Oh, so are we continuing your save, or is it just a new one too? Are we gonna start from the beginning? Your choice.
Well,
Your
actually,
option.
That's the interesting thing. Even though DMC2 gets a bad rap, it actually introduced a lot of really amazing features for the DMC games that they continued using from then on, which is the mission select, and also the weapon switching. So DMC2
so good quality of life.
Yeah,
quality
absolutely. Like so, DMC2 was not a complete waste.
There was progression there.
Yes. We can just do. You know what? Let's just continue off where I was
All right,
at.
let's do it.
Mission 3.
2 is the worst. Oh, we know.
2 is absolutely the worst. Nope. Capcom is even fessed up.
Khan Jisan says how is it optimized? Good or not?
For the most part, the frames per second is rock solid. Like you're not gonna have any slowdowns or anything. I did not experience any whatsoever. Unfortunately, there's some aspects of the game that just don't sort of translate well to the HD. Like just going to the menu, you can see it's boxed off, which is a little off-putting, but it is what it is.
It's still not as bad as when like granted it was like a remaster versus like this, which is just like upscaling and like better frame rate. But man, FF10. I was telling you guys how like I would look at Waka and be like, sick, Waka's like redone, and then like all his buddies are just like old, just like polygonal boxed faces, and it's just awkward as hell.
Yeah, I feel like I'm already tired of this game.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No. All right, fine.
We gotta stick with it.
I'll spare you, and I'll cut your time for DMC 2 in half, and then I'll give you longer for DMC 3. How about that?
Let's just finish this one mission.
All right. That's fair. That's how much you hate it. That's fair. I you know what? I won't put you through it, but we gotta show a slice. We gotta show a little slice.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready. I was born ready. Devil May Gun says DMC3 was probably the best one.
Yep, a lot of people feel that way. We're also playing the...
Sorry, I just read a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hellstorm Reaver, try getting through a couple levels in Knack as well as fighting the last boss in Knack, then tell me if DMC2 is worse than that. We're only talking about the series, but that made me laugh, so that's fair.
I will say this game has the best looking version of Dante. His outfit's really cool.
Yeah.
He also made the appearance in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, wearing this outfit, but he sort of had the same personality from DMC1. Because in this game in particular, he's sort of like more stoic and more, I don't know. He's clearly not himself from the first game. Like something happened, like in between.
He grew up, matured a little.
Like something tragic happened. Must have happened to this guy. But
Lel, I'm tired of this already, XD.
You are not alone. Trust me.
MK Production says DMC2 is a good game, but with a bad story. I like the dark atmosphere and the art, but the story is so confusing.
Yeah.
Take that, Goatling.
Goatling.
He doesn't
it's
really
totally
look like a Goatling. He looks more like a, I don't know. It makes me think small when I think, Ling, but...
Apparently the development of this game was rather troubled because after DMC1 was a solid success, they wanted to try and sort of follow up really quickly. And DMC1 came out in sort of the fall of 2001, and this game came out in January of 2003. So they didn't have too much of time, to sort of pull together a sequel. And Hideaki Itsuno, who went on to direct this game and DMC3, Devil May Cry 4, and Dragon's Dogma, sort of was pulled into this project halfway, so he had to sort of make do with what he had, and unfortunately this is what happened. But he redeemed himself 100% with DMC3, so all is well.
PSPD 40 GameSpot, will you live stream God of War 3 or God of War Ascension? No plans currently, but maybe, just because God of War is coming out soon, April, and we definitely will be streaming that. So maybe like a little precursor beforehand might be not a bad idea.
Like, what is he doing? What is this guy doing?
He's climbing the monkey bars, man.
These aren't monkey.
I know, but like,
man.
I'm just saying. You asked me what he was doing, and I basically told you what he was doing, which is he was climbing the monkey bars. Dante is immortal, right? He can't die.
He can die. He's just he just has really high durability. He can take a lot of damage.
Resilience.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you switch to DMC3, please? LOL, I've had enough of this Devil May Gun stuff. After we finish this mission. Jeez, I didn't know that everyone shared the hate. Someone else said DMC3.
Don't worry, we're switching over.
Someone said Resident Evil 2 needs a remaster. Yeah, we need to show a little bit, guys. Come on. I'm sure after this guy, Orangara, like an orangutan.
It was like they were trying to mix
orangutan and something else.
Gorilla, I think.
Oh, gorilla.
They thought they were really clever with this boss, but they weren't.
I feel like the amount of damage you are able to take in this game is way higher.
This game is significantly easier.
Yeah, it seems that way. I don't recall it being this easy.
They took many of the criticisms about DMC1's difficulty to heart.
Oh, see, he's dropping glass on you.
Wow, glass, awesome.
Hey man, that glass cuts. Have you guys played Capcom's Chaos Legion? So underrated.
I did. Yeah, I actually really like that game. It was strange. Like it was sort of like this weird light DMC light.
Oh,
I almost got him. Don't worry.
I know.
It was like DMC light crossed with Dynasty Warriors, but I mean it was okay.
When I see grabs, Alessandro, it freaks me out because I think like Dark Souls, I think Bloodborne, grabs hurt real bad in those games.
Like it's over if you.
Yeah, exactly. Like if a boss grabs you in one of those games, you're expected to lose a third to half your life. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, it's all good. But yeah, Chaos Legion was a interesting game. We never saw it again after that, but you know. All right, we're done. Now we can
nice.
move on.
Really? That's it?
That's it.
4 minutes. We gave it all of like 8 minutes. All right, that's fair. I did say you could get out after this mission. That's fine.
Get out.
Get out. Yeah. I still have my PS2 version of this game. DSC 1 is an awesome game. Says Game Girl 62. I have to agree with that. Daniel Dukes, would you rather play the critically acclaimed Rambo from 2014 or play DMC2 start to finish?
Well, I never played Rambo, so that would be a new experience. That would be a new experience for me.
I think that one was pretty bad, though.
I mean, I'm always down for just trying something new. So
okay.
Yeah, I'd do that over DMC2.
I don't know. I think that I'd probably do DMC2 and suck it up. As weird as I don't know. Those are poor options. That's a lose-lose, Daniel Dukes. Let's be real here. Nero Das at GameSpot, what do you think of of DMC, the latest reboot of the franchise? He would Alessandro would have more to speak on that than I would.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, but I actually really enjoyed DMC3. DMC Devil May Cry from Ninja Theory. I thought it was I thought it did a lot of interesting things with sort of iconic elements of what Devil May Cry is, and it did its own combat system, most importantly, because I was concerned about whether they were just going to sort of rehash DMC3 or even Devil May Cry 1, but it did its own thing, and I really respect what they did, and I thought it was a lot of fun. The particular combat style they had, where it was just sort of you're switching out between angel and demon forms while also working in sort of the neutral form. So you're switching out between 3 different styles. So I really enjoyed that.
Rewarding you for doing that too, to vary your gameplay.
Which is absolutely something that the series, the traditional series, has been about. So I understand there was criticisms about sort of how they try presenting the game, and whether the sort of humor or the drama they try presenting, whether that worked.
Hot trailer scene flying by, naked pizza flying by.
I mean, that doesn't seem too far out from what Devil May Cry has done in the past, minus the nudity and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I really respect the game a lot. The definitive edition is fantastic. I highly recommend people giving that a shot. It's really great, and it's got 2 characters. You can play as Dante and Virgil, and they're both very different from one another. Different from even how they appeared in the DMC3 and DMC4 special edition in particular. So yeah, I really like the game.
Cool. Let's get into the DMC3, because a lot of people, Dustin Bruce, bring on the DMC3 to fill my dark heart with light. Vipul Gupta, come on DMC3. As well as I'm sure there's a lot of others that were probably echoing the same thing. Miz, I completed the original one playthrough after that spider killed me constantly on easy, and I just switched off then, went back and played through campaign in 7 hours. Good. Good job. Good. Congrats. We're done with DMC2. Rejoice.
Yep.
This HD collection any good? Asked Juice Blocks. What are the notable improvements?
HD, like 1080p.
And frame rate.
Frame
60
rate's rock
frames.
solid.
Yeah. It's just up-res. It's not like a remaster or anything, just so you guys know. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the chat as we can. And, of course, as you guys know, there's delay.
How rude.
That would normally kill most people.
You like saved your life and you just why? Well, this is DMC. What can you do?
Yeah. B Rose Diablo at GameSpot. Do you think Capcom will ever release another Onimusha? I don't think so. Not for a little bit. My personal take. They're gonna have, potentially another DMC on its way. And then there's that Ghost of Tsushima game from, Sucker Punch. So, sorry, you were going to point something out?
Oh, yeah. I like that every opening cutscene for every mission points out the mission number.
Ah.
So when he wiped the blood on the wall, it's said, it basically scrawled out mission 7.
7? Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Yes, as you were saying.
Yeah, so I feel like if they were gonna do one, it's not gonna be anytime soon. However, if for some reason there's a lot of success, especially with God of War or Devil May Cry, and we kind of see a return to those kind of action oriented sort of beat 'em up style games, then maybe. But it doesn't seem like it would be on the horizon. Again, that's just my take on it. I don't know if that's right or wrong, of course. But who do you prefer, Virgil or Dante? That was Covenant.
For me, I'm Dante all the way. I like Virgil's style, but I feel like I need variety. And Virgil's combat mostly focuses on his katana.
Swordplay.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but I like messing with ice and nunchucks and two swords that talk, and of course I like the firearms too. So it's always fun.
I guess I have to pick Dante. I think so. When Marvel vs. Capcom 3 first came out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a Virgil main, because I think Virgil's cool. But I get just the character itself never clicked with me, and then I have died so many times the Virgil and X Factor that I hate Virgil now. So Dante 100%. That's not really a great reason, but anyways. J-Del Bagel wants a new Onimusha with John Renault again. Nope, don't want him. Get out of here. When was the last time he actually?
I feel like that's one of the reasons why they're not going to release an HD collection for Onimusha, because of licensing.
Can't they do 1 and 2 though?
They can do 1 and 2 and 4. There's a 4th
just skip one.
Yeah, but then again, the third one was a solid game with a really weird story. But yeah, I mean that's gonna be it would be weird not to include that. So I feel like that's sort of ruining the reason.
That's the potential thing that's stopping them. Yeah, definitely possible. Vipul Gupta, as you had mentioned, Onimusha is great. Still the best CG intro ever, Onimusha 3. And then again, unfortunately, can't read your name. I think that's a Russian name. When's Capcom going to make a new Onimusha? Who knows? I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Will they ever do an Onimusha HD collection? I mean, based off of what you just said, if they were going to do it, it would have to be this awkward dance of 1, 2, and 4, or a 1-2 maybe.
Wait, actually, I think Onimusha 2 also included the likeness of an actor. Wait, no, they all did. I believe Samanosuke was his visual look was inspired by a Japanese actor. I can't remember the name of.
Great.
He was in House of Flying Daggers.
Oh.
He's the lead character in that movie.
I want to say it's Jet Li, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's a different movie.
Yeah, I know. It's just I default to that. Let's find out. Is he really not? Oh, it's Andy Lau?
No.
Takeshi Kaneshiro.
That's it. Yes. That's Samanosuke.
What has this guy done? I don't know any of these movies. Oh, I think I know Hero.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the wrong one here.
You think it's a different Hero?
Yeah.
That I'm thinking of? Yep, definitely different one. Man, I don't know any of these. Nope.
So yeah, I feel like that's one of the reasons why they can't, because of like licensing, like the amount of actors they use, like throughout.
Juice blocks. Devs never learned to stop using likeness of celebs. They're probably fans of the celebs.
Yeah,
So
I
they're
mean,
like, why not?
I mean, like, I think it's cool that John Renault's in an Onimusha game, but I'm a little annoyed. That's probably one of the reasons why we're not going to get another release of the old Onimusha games.
Kebubo says, "Who do you think will Dante's girlfriend be? Trish or Lady or both?"
It can't be Trish because she's in the likeness of his mother, and that would be weird.
There's nothing to stop him. Maybe he has a mom complex. This is Japanese games after all, man. We anime.
Lady all the way, 100%.
All right. Interlinked Media says, "I don't think Onimusha is nearly as popular." That could be true.
Yeah, I feel like it did well, but not like gangbusters. Like they did well enough for basically 4 games, but the 4th one I believe did not sell well, and that's one of the reasons why we never got a follow up. I do believe that main character was in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, though. That the main character of Onimusha 4.
I don't think I played 4. I stopped after Jean Renault ruined it for me.
It did some cool stuff. You basically could play as multiple characters, like 5, I think.
Oh, okay.
5 characters. So I'm actually thinking about just trying to dig up a copy, see if I can.
Arush in YouTube chat says this is simply a cash grab from Capcom. If they really want to do a proper HD remastered, then it would be redone like Shadow of the Colossus by Bluepoint, but they haven't done that.
Well, Bluepoint is a very popular dev right now because everyone likes what they're doing with
they've
HD.
done a lot of ports and stuff too. I can't necessarily argue that it's clearly a cash grab. Any of these, like, kind of like bringing them back is definitely a cash grab. It's just at what price point they charge for me that either makes me feel like it's a little scummy versus not. Yeah. And I don't know. Again, I'm probably biased to Devil May Cry, but $30 for 3 games doesn't seem bad to me, personally. But
these guys.
Yeah, what is that? Like a coffin?
Yep.
Oh! I don't remember this for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. I definitely remember the twin swords and the nunchucks, but I do not remember the guy calling out souls and stuff. It just must be a while. Oh, there was a question that had both of our names in it. I got to read it at some point. Oh, no. Where is it? Hey, is this Michael Hyam? No, it's not Michael Hyam. Sorry. I think Michael Hyam's a little tanner than I am. Alan Pears, at GameSpot, do you think Dante hunting monsters is going to be cool? I think so. I really hope his armor set and I think it's a charge blade are both high rank, because if they're not and they're the Ryu stuff, it kind of makes them less useful and you're going to see less of it. So hard to say. The Aloy stuff was high rank, so at least usable in Monster Hunter, but we'll have to see. Slaying Dragon 332 says, "I still have my PS2 version of DMC1. Nice. Loving the game, or loves this game." Darkstar Spacer, there's no one that should be necessarily banning you guys for dark humor, but it depends on what it is. We do obviously moderate the chat, so it depends on the jokes or whatever you're making. You could also play co-op in the last Onimusha game, says I Blue Dreams.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Alessandro's right there.
I'm Alessandro. Hi.
Yeah. He is a reviews editor, or an editor, I guess. He does reviews, previews.
Plain old editor.
Plain old editor.
Jack of all trades.
Yep, Swiss Army knife. Yeah, Badman Rick, I agree. Devil May Cry on Monster Hunter World looks crazy fun. I think so too. Oh. I have a feeling that the Ebony and Ivory, though, in Monster Hunter World is probably an emote, though. Come on, wimp. Thanks, Dante. Dustin Bruce says, this collection is $20 on PS3, $7 on the PS Store sale. Can you tell me any reasons to choose the PS4 version over the PS3?
The PS4 version is upscaled to 1080p, while PS3 is still at 720. For the most part, it's exactly the same as it was. Warts and all.
Actually, that's a good shout. Juice Blocks. Frank West and Monster Hunter when? Don't know. But it's I like all the Capcom crossovers though. I think it's pretty cool. And technically, Halo is not a Capcom crossover, and it was a PS4 kind of like crossover. But that was cool. I'd like to see more that are viable though. I don't want the just cosmetic kind of thing because need armor sets to be viable. But yeah, playing Devil May Cry 3, the third of the games in the collection. Got another 15, 20, 30 minutes. You guys have questions for Alessandro or myself, please put them in chat. And if you guys didn't know, as I mentioned earlier, we're live every day at 11 a.m. and we appreciate you guys tuning in, chatting with us. So if you haven't hit the sub button or the follow button, you guys should do that. We don't just live stream here at GameSpot. We got cool features. We got our reviews, of course, previews, impressions, all that fun stuff. I think Peter just put up Kirby All-Stars. Allied, is it Allied All-Stars? God, blanking on the name. Allied. Is it? I should be more prepared, more prepped. Kirby Star Allies. There you go. You just put that review up. I believe that game comes out end of this week. Devil May Guns, what did you think of the Resident Evil series? Which one was your favorite at GameSpot? I'm going to defer this one to Alessandro too. I never got into the Resident Evil series myself. Enjoy watching it, of course, but did you play much Resident Evil?
Oh yeah, of course.
Nice.
This is sort of a common answer, but I really like Resident Evil 4 a lot. I know that's sort of the that's when the series started going the more action route, but just as a total package, I feel like it just has everything you could want for an action game, but also for like even a Resident Evil game. Like it's still offers the scares and like the weird monsters and just really corny story. Like it's all there. But as far as traditional Resident Evil games go, the original remake was a lot. Resident Evil remake was a lot of fun. Just incredibly like well-designed game, and Resident Evil 7 also was very, very good. Like I really enjoyed that game too. That was actually one of my top games of last year too. So really just surprised by how well that game just sort of handled it, like how it approached horror, but also like allowing people to explore on their own. Like it was really great.
As Low High King said, a lot of people love RE2. Yep.
RE2 is great, yeah.
Bob Jones, which is better, DMC or Bayonetta? Oh, man, I don't want to get into that. There are certain things that I think that Bayonetta has that I find cooler than DMC, and just like witch time and like dodging being like way more important. But again, I didn't play too much of the newer Devil May Cry, so I don't know how much of that is like in the system. Like, you don't get rewarded necessarily for, like, dodging, right? Like, in the same vein that you do in, like, Bayonetta. Because, like, that's a pretty big deal,
Almost.
For Nathan Shepard, it's RE3 and Remake.
This part always gave me trouble. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Got it.
Got Crystal Skull.
No. Fight.
Nothing's free, Alessandro. Nothing. Not even in the demon world. Yeah, that's true, Low High King. Platinum Games' entire body of work is post DMC4, so keep that in mind. That's fair. So I hope that in the new Devil May Cry, they reward you for dodging. How many weapons were in this one? I forget.
5 double arms, which are the melee weapons.
Yeah, that's what.
And 5 melee weapons. Yeah. 5 firearms.
Gotcha.
So 10 altogether for Dante. Then Virgil has 3 melee weapons. His sword, the gauntlets.
Oh yeah, the gauntlets.
And 2 sword combo.
I'm all about 2 sword life, except not in Monster Hunter World for some reason. PSPD's 40s favorites Resident Evil games are 4 and 6. Someone else was saying you could stand on the ball and then attack.
Oh.
I don't know. It worked out either way.
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Abby Jameson wants to know, what Capcom franchise do you guys think most deserves a collection sequel reboot?
Onimusha.
That was so fast. You took my answer? I don't. Let me think about this.
Trying to think of a different.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one
I
played that I would want.
I wouldn't mind like a rival school's comeback.
Oh man, that's never gonna happen.
Although
I guess I never thought EX was gonna come back, and then now we have EX layers on the horizon. So.
Well, I also didn't think we were gonna get like a Bayonetta 3 along with
Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-oh. Getting a little sticky here.
This is the worst part. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Just do it.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah, you failed, chat. They are all disappointed. Nah, I don't. No love for Dino Crisis? Peter might have some love for it. I don't.
There's Dino Crisis 3, which is gonna be like a weird like wart on the whole package. But then again, we have Devil May Cry 2 in this package, so.
A is for all right. Why is it not awesome?
Because there's 3 levels of S after this, so
that's fine.
This is like
there's a better way of describing.
All right
A.
is basically like okay, you're doing like this is like C basically. All right, now fine. We're
Power Stone.
Crystal Skull.
That's Dreamcast though, right? Isn't there? There's like a newer Power Stone game. I could have sworn. Crap. There is something that came out like maybe last year, that was like very similar to Power Stone. I was like, oh, that's Power Stone. Jdel Bagel says, what weapon that you can't wait to get in this game? I guess is that what he's trying to ask?
Nevin. I'm assuming like for this Nevin is the sort of the lightning guitar. It turns into a scythe, but it's also a guitar.
I know that move in Marvel. It's really good. It's a good assist. When he does the guitar move, he comes out and does like a lightning guitar. It's really good.
Okay. Oh.
More like Poser Stone. God.
Poser,
come on,
really?
Ben. Damn puns. Onimusha needs a reboot.
Thank you, Ben.
You know what? There is surprisingly a lot of love for Onimusha in this chat. Although I guess you would imagine that, like, if we're streaming Devil May Cry, it makes sense that there's people that probably liked Onimusha too, as well. Sorry, is what I meant. That is a difficult weapon to master, Nevin. That is.
Yep. That's why I like it. Plus, the boss fight you get it from is it's really
Ferocious Moreno says 60 FPS on console.
Yep.
Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Rock solid.
Hadith Al Kitbe says Onimusha needs another sequel. I don't know, man. I don't think we're that close if we are getting something Onimusha related. Maybe like years out, especially with that kind of similar but not. I still want to know more about Ghost of Tsushima, if I'm saying that right, because it feels like it's kind of. I don't know. I don't know what kind of game to expect necessarily, but Sucker Punch. So you think Infamous, right? Am I thinking the right game here? Am I crazy? I think I'm thinking the right game. I think Alessandro's too busy killing a witch to confirm or deny.
Say that again.
I said Infamous and Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. Didn't want to be wrong.
They also did Sly Cooper 4. Sly Cooper 1 through 3.
These witches seem a lot harder than the ones that you just shotgunned in DMC, the first one we played just now.
Yeah. No.
Dope. Yeah, I still don't get how crazy, and then blast, and then you have all right. You're just doing all right. What game is this? Ask Imma Foon. Ouch. First, second, or third? This is third.
All right. We're getting up to the next boss fight, which is... if we have time?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we got time. We
All
definitely have time. At Beerus Diablo says, at GameSpot, this came to mind as a joke, but do you think it would be possible to start a petition and ask Capcom to make another Onimusha? I mean, you're welcome to. I'm sure you'll have people sign it, but will they actually, like, do something with it? Probably not. You'd probably be lucky if, for some reason... somehow they were able to do a like remaster or HD collection. That would already be, I feel like that's almost like the test bed to see like to gauge interest on a game. Like for the longest time, people were like Darkstalkers, I want a new Darkstalkers, give me Darkstalkers. And then they did like the HD or remaster version, I can't remember which one it is, of that game. And I don't think it sold very well.
Probably
and
not.
like that pretty much tells them like, oh,
well, I guess
okay.
people don't like Darkstalkers.
Yeah, or as much as like the vocal minority,
Yeah.
you know, are kind of chanting, I guess. But like, and that's the problem, right? Because then you realize, or they realize, oh, well, guess good thing we didn't make a new Darkstalkers.
Yeah, a lot of those situations are also sort of it's dependent on timing too. So like I'm sure maybe the Darkstalkers re-release sort of came at a really weird time.
Yeah,
too.
possibly, definitely. JDL Bagels asks your most annoying boss.
In Devil May Cry, you mean, or I'm assuming?
Yeah, I would think so.
The Leviathan Heart, which is right after this actually. We're just gonna close it off with the Virgil boss
Sweet.
fight. But
Nanad Pantalik says Devil May Cry needs a prequel with Sparta as the main character and how he rebelled against Mundus and imprisoned his demon generals.
I'd be down for
4K,
that.
60 FPS coming on PS5.
Sounds good. Sign me up.
Sure. The PS5 that we don't even know if it exists or not. I mean, like, I'm sure eventually we'll get a PS5. When? Who knows? Oh, I missed Darkstalkers talk, says John. Come on, man. Not happening. Oh, brother.
You sure know how to throw a party. No food, no drinks. And the only babe just left.
My sincerest apology, brother. I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
Whatever. At any rate, it's been a whole year since we last met. How about a kiss from your little brother?
Here it
Or
comes.
better yet, how about a kiss from this?
Of course.
Yeah. Virgil sounds like Anakin
This
Skywalker.
is what they call a heartwarming family reunion.
It should be worth noting that both Virgil and Dante are portrayed by former Power Rangers.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
Ruben Langdon used to be one of the Power Rangers in the original Japanese series. He was one of the Western students who became a Power Ranger.
And which ranger was he?
I can't remember, but there's clips of it online where he's like on the show.
Damn, man. Virgil is such a badass, though. I don't know what it is. It's his swag. Oh, yeah. Breakdown. And then you got a B. What are the odds of that happening? All right. Give me some S. He's motivated, by the way.
Yep.
Oh. Rapid slash. Nightmares. I'm getting nightmares of Marvel right now. Oh, which way do I block? Is it forward? Backwards? Fight only with rebellion, please.
All right, fine.
I don't know. That was just a commenter. You don't have to do it. You do whatever you want.
Look, I'm winning. Everything's fine.
Ooh. Good roll.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Just like Marvel, baby. Those, like, half full screen slashes.
Oh.
Ooh.
That gets more intense later on when you fight
Dude,
him
it's
again.
so awesome. I'm actually having like PTSD of like Marvel right now.
Oh.
JDL Bagel says, "What do you guys think of Ninja Theory's version of Virgil, though?" Smiley face.
I like,
Who will win? The life is close.
almost.
Are-
We're good. No,
okay.
we're good.
I
We're good.
thought
We're
you
good.
died. I
Everything's
was
fine.
like,
Everything's fine. We're good.
how come Virgil doesn't do that? Virgil, use some health. We cheated. You should too. I'm just kidding. Doom.
There we go. We're
Yeah,
good.
got him with that dope combo.
Success.
Dustin Bruce wants to know, what is your favorite weapon from the series? Mine is the mystery box from 3.
Yeah, the mystery box.
I don't know. That's what he said.
Oh.
Unless he's trolling.
No. Well, actually, the Devil May Cry 4 did have the Pandora's box weapon, which was like the suitcase that would turn into like a minigun, a laser cannon, bladed like boomerang type thing. It was really weird. It was like the weird weapon that comes with every DMC game. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm traditional. I like just the generic sword, like which is like in this game is Rebellion. Devil May Cry 1 had sort of the Alistair and Force Edge, which eventually became the Sparta sword, which was the weird boomerang type weapon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I like swords, man. Like I
Yeah.
just stick with that.
Fosen says GG. He was the one that told you just to use Rebellion, so good job.
Thank you, Fosen.
Badman Rick says, Virgil is hardcore. He does not need health restoration. Well, I don't know. He lost there. Well, not really, I guess. Foolishness. He-Man Pandora's box. Got it. It should be noted that, according to Nathan Shepard, he did start with less. You started with less health. Okay, fair. Dead Phoenix, we answered this. We both picked Dante for various reasons. Him because he's, played Dante his whole life, loves Dante. I just have PTSD of losing to Virgil so many times in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that I can't be on the Virgil train anymore. So Dante. 100% Dante. You think this is a good time to sort of sum it up once this cutscene goes? Oh no, he stole a sword too? Oh. Still good. Yeah, brother wouldn't leave you without a weapon.
Yes. Now the spell Sparta cast will be broken. I
Dang.
see a devil inside you has awakened as well.
Wait. We should leave. For the moment, we have all that we need.
Night night. Fun times.
Yep.
Well, on that note, as Dante lays there in his own pool of blood, just want to wrap up the stream, of course. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate it. This was a Devil May Cry HD collection. It's out on, is it PS4, PC, and Xbox One? So you can check that out if you want to, $30. Also, Alessandro has kind of written up some of his impressions, of the game and how it's kind of, how good it is now, I guess, and was it worth it more or less? I guess you could speak to that better than I can.
Yeah, I understand people might have some apprehensions about it, but for the most part, it's a really solid like sort of port and onto the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. Again, it is just an upscale. It's nothing like substantial like stuff that Bluepoint has done for Shadow of the Colossus. They didn't redo textures or menus or anything. It's just an upscaling to 1080p, but
frame rate
and frame rates,
constant frame rate. Yep, 60.
Frame rates, solid 60 FPS. It's great, But yeah, the gameplay is still solid, and playing through this game again was a lot of fun, and it's a solid port.
Yeah, so check it out if you guys want to. But be sure to come back tomorrow, 11 a.m. We'll be live again. We appreciate it, of course. And until next time, and until we get Alessandro back in here, see you guys later. Thanks. Alessandro.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.